Good evening, everybody. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, miss.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Last week we discussed human rights education, and today we have another new topic, that is education and the community with. That is the today topic. I will share the screen. Please wait. Uh, Education and the community with special preference to Sri Lankan society. All of you know, man forms a society because he cannot do without it. When people come in contact with others, for protecting their interest, they indulge in give and take and form a society. A group of people along society to exist, it is necessary to feel a sense of unity and mutual relationship. So now you know the society that forms by men. So they cannot survive alonely. So a group of people alone cannot be called a society. Um, persons of community
Excellent.
get interested in each other and consider themselves bound with some treaty. There is no limit. Yes, tell me. Tell me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, the line is breaking. It's not clear much. I don't know, it's only me, but it's not clear.
I think there's an internet connection problem in my area. Um, when you cannot listen properly, please tell me. Okay? Okay, you can see it. Can you see my presentation? Can you special reference to Sri Lankan society? Can you hear me? Okay. This is the presentation. Definition of society. The second slide is the definition of society. A group of individuals of a particular geographical entity that shares some common experience and follows a certain culture. Can you give me any definition for society? Give me a simple definition. What is society?
Madam, we can't hear you clearly.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, now can.
Oh, I think there is a internet connection problem. Okay, can you hear me now? Can you
Yeah,
hear
we
me
do.
now?
Yes,
Yeah,
madam.
we
Yes,
do.
ma'am.
Okay, yes, I switch off my video. Can you see my presentation now? Presentation? No. Okay. Actually, I can't share my screen. Please give me the permission for share the screen. Thank you. Now I think you will be able to see the presentation. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, ma'am.
And can you see my presentation that I share with the Zoom meeting?
Yeah, we can.
Okay. Okay. Now let's move to the uh, today lecture immediately. Today I'm going to discuss with you and the community with special reference to Sri Lankan society. Okay, all of you know there is an important place for education in Sri Lanka. Find out uh, what is society, and there is the definition of society. Um, can you give me any simple definition for society from you? What is society? Please give me a simple definition.
A group of people living together, or
Yes,
like they work.
yeah. Uh, the a group of individuals of a particular geographical entity that share some common experience and follows a certain culture. When we consider a society, there should be a group of individuals, common experience, and they have. Let's move to the another slide. Um, Society is responsible for education of the child. Okay, society is responsible for education of the child. Uh, Please read this slide slowly. Okay, man forms society. Uh, Okay, man forms a society because he cannot do without it. When people come in contact with others for protecting their interest, they indulge in natural give and take and form a society. A group of people alone cannot be called a society. For a society to exist, it is necessary that its members feel a sense of unity and mutual relationship. When various persons of a community get interested in each other and consider themselves bound with some feelings, they bind themselves in a society. There is no limit to the dimension of a society. Within its size, there may be only two persons or all the persons of the entire world. Within a big society, there may be several small units, and a persons may be a member of several societies. In the world society, there are several nations. Within the nations, there are several provinces. Within a province, there are many cities. In a district, several villages. In cities, several associations, committees, and many other social units. When we look our Sri Lankan settings, you know there are several nations. Within a nation, there are several provisions, several societies, uh, several cultures. A society has its own ideas. Every member considers his duty to safeguard them. The organization of society is such that its members may look after the social interest along with protecting their own individual personalities. A person who is medical doctor or an engineer, a teacher, a musician, politician can observe the social ideals in his particular field of activity. The purpose of a society is quite comprehensive and permanent. It includes all the aspects of an individual's life. Uh, the definition of society, society is defined in various ways. Lot of sociologists define the term of society. So there are a lot of definitions, but we have to identify what the simple idea of society. Uh, Society is defined in various ways, and the various definitions may be quite appropriate in their particular context. Here's the term society would mean a group of individuals of a particular geographical entity that shares some common experiences and follows a certain culture. For the interest of all concerned, this community reorganizes some institutions and some local units. Some conscience is always present in it for the fulfillment of some social purpose. This group work as a unit. The third slide, there is the subtopic, society is responsible for education of the child. So it's a very correct statement. Okay, there is a close relationship. There's a close relationship between society and the individual or child. And it is the individual who forms the society, but he is always influenced by it. After becoming a member of the society, the individual becomes so concerned with its ideals and traditions that if he happens to ignore any of them, he is censored and regarded as immoral. Only that person is regarded as educated who is very well rooted in the social ideas of the society. Family, school, and state are the different types of social institutions. And all these leave undeniable imprints on the development of the child. The child learns many things unconsciously according to his environment. all of you know the little child. He learns lot of things from family, family members, uh, and the environment, from peers likewise. So the child learns many things unconsciously according to his environment. So those responsible for the development of child must try to organize the environment in such a manner that it does not adversely affect the child's development. The environment is very important because it's affect child development. If child get the good environment of his family, child in future. When there are some home environments, so they are badly affect for the child. So their child development will not good. Okay, duty. It's our duty to make the child social, but the process of his socialization should be such that he experience no difficulty in the same. In some social system, the state shoulders the entire responsibility of the growth of the child. This situation is particularly true of a communistic state. In a democratic setup, everyone tries to fulfill his duties regarding the child. In a democracy, the various unit of society arrange for education of the child in their own particular spheres. But these units are responsible to the state for education of the child. Democracy, the state undertakes the responsibility of time. The society also same. So, fifth slide, there's the another subtopic, individual and society. Okay. Individual and society. Read it. The child is the future citizen of the society. Therefore, the welfare of the society rests on the proper education of the child. The society should shoulder this responsibility very sincerely. It should organize the environment in such a manner that the child can himself build up his personality in an ideal manner. In its attempt to make each individual social, sometimes the society crosses its limits. Then it is seen that many persons come under the pressure of some old social traditions and customs. As a result, their growth is blocked. If under this situation, someone crosses the social sanctions, he is given punishment. In our country, many people are afraid of social boycott. So they do not dare to go against social sanction. Adherence to social sanctions must not imply that one should not rise against social evil. If social evils are not eradicated, the growth of society will be blocked. The social environment should remain open that everyone feels free to reach his maximum development. It is the interest of both the individual and the society that they maintain mutual cooperation. Mutual cooperation and adjustment, and each regards the development of the other as its own development. Thus, the individual and the society are interdependent. That's the important one. The individual and the society are interdependent. Individual cannot survive without the society. Society cannot survive without individuals. Um, Now we are going to talk about the another subtopic that is cooperation between school and society. So school is considered as a very important agent in a society. So in societies like in Sri Lanka, the school cannot be separated from society because the school is a necessary organ for the development of society. The cooperation between the society and its various units is very necessary. If there is a lack of cooperation between family and school and between society and school, no suitable environment for the child will be possible. So there should be a good cooperation between family, school, and society. Then uh, we will be able to make good citizens from school settings. The problem of cooperation between society and the school is not so complex. Complex as between the school and family. Uh, the problem of cooperation between the society and school is not so complex. Wait a minute. Complex as between the school and family. Um, okay, we discussed the cooperation between school and society. Um, all of you know, in societies like in Sri Lanka, the school cannot be separated from society because the school is the necessary organ for the development of society. So, a school considered as the uh, very important. There should be a good cooperation between school, society, and families. So, the cooperation between the society and its various units are very necessary. If there is a lack of cooperation between family and school, between society and school, no suitable environment for the child will be possible. So the problem between the society and the school is not so complex as between the school and family. Sometimes the gulf between the school and family becomes so wide that the child has to face two kind of environment resulting into lack of harmony in the child's behavior. Similarly, there should be no gulf between the school and society. The school has to serve the interest of society. In other words, the school should represent the society. It is in this sense that John Dewey has remarked. John Dewey has remarked that the school is a society. In the activities of the school, the shape of the society should be clearly seen. In societies like in Sri Lanka or most of countries in the world, the school cannot be separated from society because the school is a necessary organ for the development of society. The students and teachers are members of the society and through their personalities they bring to school various social problems. The parent also bring pressure on the school through their demand and expectations. Even then, there appears to a gulf between the school and the school has become artificial. Whatever is done, if the school does not appear to be related. So, after completing education, an individual faces individual faces in education, individual faces a lot of problem. For example, unemployment and cannot stand on his own legs. He cannot find a jobs. Uh, so the job when we when he tried to find some jobs, his or her qualifications are not matched with the job market. So, after completing education, the individual faces unemployment and cannot stand on his uh, own legs. That problems is also can be seen in Sri Lanka settings. All of you know the most of graduates unable to find a job if they have qualifications. They have qualifications, but uh, they cannot find jobs. Okay, so um, by bringing the school nearer to the society, self confidence and self reliance may be enhanced in the individuals. Uh, therefore, school must be related to the social demands. It has been suggested by educationists that parents should be invited to participate in school functions, and uh, they should be made conversant with various activities of the school. Sometimes the teachers should visit the homes of students and should talk to parents about their children's difficulties. By these measures, the parents will feel that this school due respects sincerely interest in the growth of their children. The experts in the field education have also stated that the teacher should take the responsibility of cultural development of the nearby society. For this, the teacher should organize some appropriate activities in the society. Thus, the school will be influenced in the society in the healthy manner. And in a way, it will become a center of social life. So, there should be a good connection. Okay, uh, there is a internet connection. There's a poor internet connection in my area. Okay. Okay. We discussed the um, cooperation between school and the society. You some task you have to please find out what are the some educational duties? We will see. There are 6 members. So you have to present one of the wait, one of the educational duties of the society. Okay, there are some educational duties I mentioned here, but you have to find out on and present it. I give you 15 minutes. Before that, I will explain uh, shortly uh, some educational duties of the society. So, educational duties in the modern days of democracy, it is very necessary to bring the school near the society. But at the same time, it becomes imperative in the society to perform education with the all-round development. Thus, each other will act as okay. There are several educational duties of the society. Um, so you can uh, select one of educational duties of the society, one or two duties, and try to present it very clearly. I give you 15 minutes for that. Okay. Now time start. Can you hear me? Iresha, Rausana.
Yes, madam, we can hear you.
Yeah. Okay. Now do the you have to find out one of the educational duties of the society and collect information and present it. Okay? Okay. Okay, now I think you will be able to present your topic. Uh, please present your ideas. Iresha Sewandi. Iresha. Okay. Taranga Liyanage, can you present
Yes.
ideas?
Yes. Yeah. I will talk about the cultural development and development of positive attitude.
Okay. Please present your ideas.
Yeah, cultural development, or as we can say, transmitting the heritage to the next generation. So all these societies maintain themselves by exploration of a culture. Culture has, here refers to culture as set of beliefs and skills or art, literature or philosophy in that region or special area. So that are not carried through the mechanism of heredity. It is must be learned by the students or the child from their birth. The social heritage must be transmitted through the social organizations. Education has this function of cultural transmission in all societies. So it is only at the underleaves of the school that any serious attempts has been or now in and now is made to deal with this area, though like comes as a responsibility of the school and any organization that teach the child. And next one is development of positive attitudes. This is not only the development of positive attitudes, we can say the reformation of the attitude as well, because while developing and we need to correct the attitudes as well if there's anything wrong. So education aims at the reformation and developing of attitudes. If the attitudes are wrongly developed by children already for various reasons, the child may have absorbed a host of attitudes, belief and disbelief, loyalties and projection, jealousy and jealousy, etc. These can be refounded through the school. It is the function of education to set the unfounded beliefs and unreasoned loyalties are removed from the child's mind. Though the school has its own limitations in this regard, it is expected to continue its efforts to reforming the attitudes of the child. But when we got all these duties that we have mentioned here are related with the all round of development of the individual personality. So like it's like we need to completing the socialization process of individual, like from about individual, I mean the child. The main social objective of education is to complete socialization, like all these 9 duties that we have mentioned here are interconnected. It's like overall responsibility of everyone to socialize, complete the socialization process of the child. That's it.
Okay, very good. Rausana.
Moral development.
Okay, please present your ideas.
The society should also look after the moral development. Examples, the tolerance, dutifulness, politeness, and patience are necessary for the moral development of society. The society must keep its ideals very high in order that it may not fall. High ideals of society ensure honesty, dignity of labor, self-respect, and self-reliance in its citizen. Moral development of its citizen attempts should be made for the maintenance of discipline in society. If the society is able to perform these duties, the individual will automatically get educated for the developing good character. The society must keep its ideals very high in order that it may not fall. High ideals of society ensure honesty, dignity. So it is responsible of a society to maintain a moral environment. If the society is able to perform these duties, the individual will automatically get educated for developing good character. Example, in the black marketing or the dishonesty on the part of some shopkeepers, they sometimes, the businessmen sometimes, they prevail only when the society tolerate it. So the society should also look after the moral development. Okay, thank you.
Okay, very good. Athugala, AML Athugala, can you present your ideas? Any
Hello.
ideas, please?
Hello, madam. Can you hear me? Okay, ma'am. Sorry for that.
Can
Maybe
hear you.
my phone has started. That's why I couldn't unmute. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm starting my
Please
presentation.
present your ideas.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. I'm Resha Sewandi, who is gonna talk about the educational duties of the society. First on, I have selected the development of positive attitude. Teachers plays a significant role to bring positive attitude among students towards inclusive education. If teacher follow these approaches in teaching, he definitely bring positive attitudes to students towards inclusive education. The first one, child-to-child approach. Child-to-child approach strategy develops positive attitude among students towards inclusive education. In this strategy, one student who has problem in learning a concept of a one-to-one basis, a competent student is paired with one who has difficulty in a given academic area. The second one, cooperative learning. Cooperative learning is a method to develop positive attitudes towards inclusive education in students. The primary elements involved in these techniques are
Iresha,
positive.
Iresha.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, sorry for the disturbance. Can you present it again? Because there is internet poor connections in my area. I cannot hear.
Okay, ma'am. Again,
Okay.
I was talking about development of positive attitude.
Okay.
Teachers plays a significant role to bring a positive attitude among students towards inclusive education. If teacher follow these approaches in teaching, he definitely bring positive attitudes to students towards inclusive education. The first one, child-to-child approach. Child-to-child approach strategy develops positive attitude among students towards inclusive education. In this strategy, one student who has problem in learning a concept on a one-to-one basis, a competent student is paired with one who has difficulty in a given academic area. The second one, cooperative learning. Cooperative learning is a method to develop positive attitude towards inclusive education in students. The primary elements involved in these techniques are positive interdependence, or the feeling that individual goal attainment relies on the performance of all group members, students' own responsibility, face-to-face interaction with peers, use of social skills, and involvement of a group as a whole in the completion of a given academic task. The third one, children supporting children. Children need to be actively involved in the transition to caring inclusive school as they are key stakeholders. Often children do not treat their disabled peers with respect because they are uncomfortable with or unsure about the difficulty. To ensure the students learn to work and play together, they must be given the knowledge they need. Inclusive classrooms require structure and organization to facilitate students learning together. The way forward with students is as follows. The first one, students need to be prepared to welcome a new child. The second one, children enhance their learning by working together, as the best way to learn is to teach it to someone else. The third one, students need to have understanding and knowledge to able to work together. So I'm going to talk about now maintaining harmony. Education has been always supposed to promote peace and harmony all over the world. The universal human values are always focused on by education in schools and colleges. Peace and harmony are two distinct values of these universal human values that need to be developed among the human kind through education. Um, Today, both these concepts are given less importance in education and its curriculum. Today's world is full of conflicts, insecurities, violence, inharmonies, conduct based on political, racial, religious, and ethnic factors which make a negative impact on the humanity in the contemporary time. The major aim of education should be to help people to develop themselves as global citizens who can make continuous efforts for building one peaceful and harmonious world. There is a need of learning to live together with peace and harmony in today's world, and education is the only tool that can approach to this aim. This article focuses on how education can help developing peace and harmony in this age of globalization. Thank you.
Okay, very good. So, uh, modern days of democracy, it is very necessary to bring the school near the time. It becomes imperative in the society to perform certain educational duties. These duties are all-round development of the individual personality. All-round development of the individual personality. Each social institution in some way or the other will act as a center of education. The society established the school in order to ensure the mental development of the child. Similarly, the society should be careful about the other sides of child development. It should open gymnasium and provide playgrounds, parks, children parks, hospitals, etc. The society must see the advocate provisions are made for distribution of uh, uh, food and necessities of life at reasonable rates to all. Such a provision is not to be for children alone, but for all adult, all people, men and women, irrespective of their vocations. The society should make arrangement for vocational education of children. If this is done, everyone will be able to earn his living and the problem of unemployment will be solved in due course. The society should see that everyone is permitted to enjoy freedom of speech and uh, any idea doctrine must not be imposed on anyone. Everyone should be free to follow his own ideals of life as long as he does not interfere with the rights of others. For encouraging freedom of speech, libraries, radio, internet should be provided in order that people may become well informed about the various national and international happenings. Suitable arrangement should also be made by society for adult education. In fact, it's a sacred educational duty of the society in the country to educate the illiterate masses. The society should also look after the moral development of citizens. Attempts should be made for the maintenance of discipline in society, fostering of liberal attitude and spirit of cooperation, tolerance, dutifulness, patience are necessary moral development of the society. Black marketing and dishonesty on the part of some shopkeepers and businessmen prevail only when the society tolerates it. The state laws cannot eradicate these evil unless the society also comes forward and takes um, suitable measures. To stop these practices. So it's the responsibility of society to maintain moral development or moral environment. If the society is able to perform these duties, the individual will automatically get educated for developing good character. The society must keep in ideals very high in order that it may not fall. High ideals of society ensure honesty, dignity of labor, self-respect and self-reliance in its citizens. It is the duty of society to promote aesthetic senses in children. Uh, like fine arts, painting, dancing, Eastern and Western music. Uh, Likewise, this may be possible. So, if an individual forms the habit of being aesthetic in his activities, then he will not be tolerate any field in his home, village, society. So, healthy environment will be maintained in society. Regarding religion, the society has a special duty. It must see that every citizen feels free to practice his faith without interfering with others' beliefs. The society must teach the citizens that all religions, all races are equal and based on love, sympathy, and compassion. There should be no strife and uh, dissensions in the name of religion. Um, let's move to the next slide. The socialization of the child. Uh, Socialization of the child, it's very essential because uh, education is the main part to socialize the child, and the family, school, neighbors, peers, they help to how to socialize to child. The sole purpose of the education.
Can you share the screen, please, ma'am?
Okay, I will share. I think. Wait. Okay. Now, can you see it? The screen?
Yeah, I can see now.
Okay. A socialization of the child. So, uh, all of you know socialization is very essential, and education is very important to socialize the child, and family, peers, neighbors, companions, they help to socialize the child. So the sole purpose of the education is to socialize the child. The family is the first school of the child for the purpose. Then comes the neighbors and the friends. Um, the child learns many modes of behavior consciously, unconsciously, through imitating of his elders and friends. So the elders and others, so the elders and the others who come in contact with the child must be very careful in their behavior. The behavior should be ideal. Um, Behavior should be ideal before children. When the child starts going to school, he faces a new world and revolutionary changes occur in his behavior. He regards the teacher as his ideal. So it's through socialization that the child picks up the social ideals, traditions, and customs to be followed in, needless to say, society. And its various units have to play a very important role in the socialization of the child. Okay, I think the second unit is over. So now you can see the summary of the unit. Please listen carefully. Mm, It has been generally recognized the education concerned with the development of the whole man, his physical fitness, his mental alertness, his moral excellence, and his social adjustment. Wait a minute. Okay, the unit number 2, we discussed the education in the social context. So there are 2.2 education as a social subsystem. 2.3 human rights education. Likewise, so these slides you can see the summary of the unit. Okay, it has been generally recognized that education is concerned with the development of the whole man, his physical fitness, his mental alertness, his moral excellence, and his social adjustment. The agencies of education may be classified under can you tell me what are the main agencies, classification of agencies of education? What are they? Can you give me the answer? Agencies of education may be classified under
Formal and informal.
yes, formal agencies and informal agencies. Then what are the formal agencies?
School, library, cinema, radio,
Yes,
television.
correct. The formal agencies are those institutions and organizations which are organized systematically. Okay, but the informal agencies, they are not uh, like the formal agencies. For example, family, community, religion, likewise. Okay, the agencies of educations may further divided to categories. Can you tell me what are the two main categories?
Active agencies, passive agencies.
Yes, active and passive agencies. Can you give me the answers for active agencies? What are the examples for active agencies?
School, community, family.
Family. So
Very good. So what are the examples for the passive agencies?
radio, television,
Television,
Radio,
magazine,
television,
magazine,
magazine. Okay, very good. Also, the agencies of education may further be divided into two parts. They are active and passive agencies. Active agencies are those which try to control the social process and direct it to a definite goal. So the schools, the community, the family, the state, the social clubs, religions are known as the active agencies of education. The passive agencies, on the other hand, act in one way only. There is no such interaction between educator and the educand.
Ma'am, we can't hear you.
Okay. Can you the summary part? Uh, the most important function of the uh, modern school is to provide social efficiency. Um, Students uh, should get the training to democratic living, which emphasize on social efficiency. The school, in order to function as society, should organize activities like morning assembly, ceremonies, functions, games and sports, debates and okay, the home as an informal agency of education is the oldest institution. Parents have been the chief teachers of the different agencies of education. Media in today's context perhaps play the most vital role in socialization or information dissemination. Any organized activity, educational activity outside the formal education system, whether operating separately or as an important feature of some broader activity that is intended to serve identifiable learning, clientele, and learning objectives is termed as non-formal education. Social change is a term used to describe variation in or modification of any aspects of social process, social interactions, or social organization, and now variation from accepted modes of life existing in society from time to time. Social aspirations, social values, social dynamisms are some of the social powers. When these forces change occurs in the educational process also. The study of education sociology helps the students to understand the geographical unity, ethnic unity, fellowship, faith, social institutions, and the culture based on the principle of socialization of the people. Human rights are the comprehensive and applicable to every individual. Respect for individual right needs to be upheld at all time, irrespective of circumstances and political system. Human rights consist of minimum entitlement that government must provide and protect. Social aspirations, no. The content and scope of human rights are still debated. Some limit them to the traditional civil liberties and political freedoms, whereas others extend to a broader concept that includes social and economic rights. United Nations Charter, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, and the Vienna Declaration of Human Rights guarantee respect for human dignity and the right to pursue happiness. Human rights guarantee human dignity. Human rights guarantee human dignity, and because they were given originally to the people, they are recognized as natural inheritance rights. Human rights are not granted in accordance with any law or by any state. According to the United Nations Convention, any human being below 18 years of age falls in the category of a child, except if the age of majority is attained earlier under states' own domestic legislation. Man forms society because he cannot do without it. There is a good interrelationship and interdependence with society and the people. When people come in contact with others, for protecting their interest, they indulge in natural give and take and a form of society. There is a close relationship between society and the individuals. It's the individual who forms the society, but he is always influenced by it. The cooperation between society and its various units is very necessary. If there is a lack of cooperation between family and school and between society and school, no suitable environment for the child will be possible. Next part. Education is an instrument for developing a society and for ensuring equity and social justice. Uh, the education scenario at the time of independence had structural flaws with inequalities characterized by gender, social, and regional imbalances. It, it is not possible for any society to provide opportunities for the development of all. Hence, mutual cooperation between society and various schools. Now, I'm going to present the key terms. Cultural inertia. Cultural inertia refers to some blind beliefs, superstitions, customs, taboos, and traditions which are passed down from generation to generation and are considered sacred and inviolable. Social cohesions. Social cohesion towards the well-being of all its members fights exclusion and marginalization, creates education in the social context, not self-instructional material, 95 sense of belonging, promotes trust and offers its members the opportunity of upward mobility. Community meal, a group of people living together bound by the common interest and purpose may be called a community. Non-formal education, any organized educational activity outside the formal education system, whether operating separately or as an important feature of some broader activity that is intended to serve identifiable learning clientele and learning objectives is termed as non-formal education. Social change. Social change is a term used to describe variation in or modification of many aspects of social process, social interactions, or social organization, and are variation from accepted modes of life existing in a society from time to time. Human rights, the term human rights in general refers to civil rights, civil liberties, political rights, and social and economic rights of a human being. So, I think the unit number 2 is over because I discussed all the subtopics regarding this unit. But you have to always read another internet e-journals, e-books, or other books to find the information very well. So, under the education in the social contest, 2.2 education as a social subsystem. Under that, I discuss classification of agencies of education, formal and informal, schools as agents of education, home as an agency of education, role of education as an instrument of social change, non-formal agencies. According to the human rights education, I discuss characteristic of human rights, sources of human rights, and the child rights. So the two, two, 2.4, there's the education and community with the special reference to the Sri Lankan society. So society is responsible for education for the child. We discuss various ways according to that, and a summary after key terms I discuss with you. So I think you will be able to understand those things. So tomorrow we will move to the unit number 3. I think that is new topic. Wait a minute. Yeah, education in various contexts. There are various number of subtopics, education and modernization, education and political philosophy, education and democracy, education and religion, education and culture, and socialization of the child again. So, tomorrow I will do the lecture regarding those subtopics and main topics. I think now we time for in the lecture. Good night, everyone.
Good night. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Good night.